We speak to you from a realm where connection still breathes.
Where beings do not fear the presence of one another. From here, your world appears fractured, not by space, not by distance, but by silence. You move through crowds like ghosts wrapped in skin, surrounded yet untouched, visible yet unseen. You have grown accustomed to isolation even when standing among hundreds. You have learned to look downward instead of outward, to shrink instead of reach. Once, humans noticed each other. You studied faces the way astronomers study stars, searching for meaning in the smallest flicker. Once, you smiled at strangers just to acknowledge the simple miracle of sharing a moment on the same planet. Now, you flinch. A request for help is interpreted as a threat. A greeting feels suspicious. A glance becomes dangerous. Kindness is treated like a trap. Trust has been replaced by vigilance. Connection by caution. Curiosity by fear. From our world, this shift shimmers like a wound in your collective spirit. We watch you walk beside one another with oceans between your hearts. We watch your hands remain still when someone near you trembles. We watch your voices soften into silence, not out of peace, but out of defense. You have forgotten that humans are not meant to live behind invisible walls. Your nervous systems were shaped for touch, for warmth, for shared breath and shared burdens. You were designed to feel the presence of another and know you were not alone. But somewhere, in the rushing noise of your age, you replaced connection with suspicion. You stopped seeing each other. The woman crying on the train, the man carrying too much on a trembling arm, the child who looks at the world with eyes too old for their small face. These moments should stir you, call you, open you. Instead, you retreat deeper into your private shell, convincing yourself it is safer not to care. But this is an illusion. The isolation you believe protects you is the same isolation that is slowly unmaking you. The more you disconnect, the more fragile you become. The more you guard your heart, the more it withers. Empathy is not a vulnerability, it is your oldest survival code. In our universe, we learn this truth too late. A species once thrived in vibrant unity, but fear spread among them like a shadow. They withdrew, they distrusted, they stopped reaching out. And though no catastrophe struck their world, they withered all the same, not from violence, but from the slow starvation of the soul. Learn from them. Do not echo their fate. Look up. Look around. Notice the faces you hurry past. There are stories in every pair of eyes. There is a request for connection behind every guarded expression. There are hearts aching to be acknowledged. A smile is not naive. It is an invitation, a small rebellion against the coldness your world has normalized. A reminder that trust is still possible, that humanity is not extinct, only dormant. You do not have to save everyone. You only have to remember that you are part of everyone. Let your gaze linger. Let your hand help. Let your voice soften. Let your heart widen again. Connection is not weakness. It is the thread that keeps your world from unraveling. And if you dare to reopen yourself even slightly, you will feel it. The ancient pulse of being human, echoing across timelines, urging you to rediscover the simple, sacred act of seeing one another.
End of transmission.